What's up everyone, James here, and today we're going to talk about something that's very frustrating, so frustrating that this video wasn't supposed to be completed until this coming Tuesday. Today's Saturday, and I had to complete the video today, and I'll just post a separate video on Tuesday when I hopefully have more answers. So as you know, the Dodge Charger Daytona is no more than 2-3 weeks old, and to be experiencing any type of issues with the car at this point is just absurd, completely absurd. So we're going to cover this in two segments. So the first segment is going to be the first series of videos that I had created that were initially, again, supposed to be completed on Tuesday, one whole separate issue, and I'm going to show you those clips right now. So this is now the second time this has happened to me, and it just never fails with new cars. I mean, I guess it's bound to happen. Technology and these things are loaded with hundreds of computers, but my display completely frozen. Oh, and then it shuts off. So it's never done that. And rebooting. So maybe a good sign. It picked up that it froze. The last time though, I had to actually stop the car, turn it off, and actually reset the, well, maybe it's not rebooting. I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now let's see if this is working now. Yeah, see, a second ago this was even frozen. So okay, it seems to be working now, but this is the second time the display and my controls on the steering wheel and then the front display there completely froze out. Couldn't do anything with it. But fortunately here it looks like we're okay now. So that's crazy. You could probably imagine buying a brand new car and having anything go wrong with it is about the most frustrating thing that can happen when purchasing a car, right? Let alone for it to happen twice, 3 times. So naturally, the first 2 instances where the screen froze, I reached out to my salesman immediately. I said, hey, you had mentioned when I bought the car that you guys installed the latest software on it, and I think it's because of maybe that installation there might be something messed up, you know, etc. Do I need to bring it back? Is this a known issue? Will it work itself out? How does this work? And that was on a Monday, not last Monday. A full week goes by, no response, which is doubly frustrating. And of course it happened once more during that time. Entertainment system, mid-drive, listening to the radio, I'm trying to change the temperature, and then it just freezes, nothing. And then after maybe 5 or so minutes, I didn't get it on video, it reset. So it reminded me, text him again, hey, I know I'm not the center of your universe, but I've got an issue. And I took the original text message, reattached it, and of course I get, you know, apologies, and then excuses, and then the response is, not sure what it could be, you're gonna have to bring it into service. No one wants to hear that, and I thought at the very least, you know, have looked into it and give me some type of answer. Maybe that's just me. My expectations are pretty high, especially when you drop a good amount. You know, we're not, and I would even say actually any amount. You know, even if you're buying the run-at-the-mills, you know, $20,000 Honda, whatever, I would think that you would expect that, you know, that type of service. So it was very frustrating to me, and not to mention, it's not very convenient to get there. They are on the other side of town, and I am still rehabilitating from a pretty bad car accident. So it's not like I can just casually get down there. So very, very frustrating. And then it happened again today. And here's another example. Middle of a navigation, or actually in the beginning of a navigation, and just dead to the world. I can press all the buttons all day long and just get nothing. And it's literally the most aggravating thing. So as you can see, it happened again, and that time I didn't catch it on video because sometimes it'll reset itself. Other times I have to wait till the car gets turned off, and when I turn it back on, it magically works again. So I wasn't going to hold the camera up to it for an unknown amount of time, but shortly after I ended that clip, it reset pretty quickly. So it's the fastest it's ever done it. I mean freezing and resetting. So again, it just it bothers me to my core. And you know, being a car guy like I am, and how many of you are, I mean, if anything's wrong, you know, your tire pressure's off by 2 pounds, and most of us are driving to the gas station to go fix that. You know, let alone something like this happening. It just it keeps me up at night. It truly does. Again, in the middle of navigation. See, it's frozen. And making this terrible sound. So I've actually experienced that a total of 5 times over the span of 2.5, 3 weeks. And as if that wasn't frustrating enough, Dodge gives you the Uconnect. So if you're not familiar with that, or if you have a Dodge and you know what that is, it's a great program. It's an app-based program that you get first as a trial when you buy a new vehicle, I think 17 and 18. But if you don't know what it is, it's very similar to like Lexus's N-Form, maybe pretty similar to the OnStar, but it's an app that you can download that you can control some of the features of your car: unlocking, locking, remote start, if it's available to your vehicle, on top of some of the safety features, etc. But one thing it does do for you is it has a diagnostics tool, and I think it uses satellite because of course it's not Bluetooth, and it sends you notifications maybe when services are due, or in this instance when something's wrong with the vehicle. So in the midst of being frustrated with the issue that you just saw, I get an email yesterday while I was hanging out with my brother, and it said this. So my car reported a problem to me, something that's engine or transmission related, and that I need to get it to service. But it doesn't go into detail what it is. It doesn't tell you if it's the engine or transmission, or transmission. It just sends that email. So we were out and about and killing some time, and I'm trying to process this. So I thought, okay, well, I don't remember the check engine light being on. I don't remember noticing any differences. And then it sends me another email when we got back in the car. So identical email. So obviously something is happening legitimately in the car, because it's when I start the car, of course the computer systems in the car load up, and then I guess it acknowledges that there's an issue and then sends me a courtesy email. So I've got that going on top of the frustration of, and now it seems like a minimal issue with the infotainment center and the center console. But now I've got both issues going on in a car that is brand new. Now I've watched other YouTube videos, and there are a dime a dozen with manufacturers where cars or a specific model have a lot of issues. So there are a lot of videos out there with people who have Challengers or Chargers. I'm seeing more so in the Hellcat, where they're experiencing issues that you should not just be experiencing with the car, and then they chalk it up to, you know, Dodge being Dodge. However, you know, until it happens to you, it really doesn't hit home, in that there's obviously some type of issue out there with these cars. Now I'm hoping my issues end here, and of course I'll give you a video update later on down the road when Dodge has had a chance to look at it again this coming Tuesday. So I'll probably have a video hopefully uploaded Tuesday or Wednesday of what exactly is going on and how they intend on fixing it. So for those of you who do have Chargers or Challengers and you are experiencing something like this, or hopefully I get some information to you later on this week that might be useful to you, you may want to take your vehicle into the shop and just have it looked at. Alright, so that's all I have for you today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Keep a lookout for some of my videos that are coming up, especially an update to this video. And for those of you who have the Dodge Charger, hopefully this is some information that's going to be helpful to you. And again, I hope to have updates to you guys pretty soon. So thanks for tuning in. Until next time.